Feel amazing all day. Best stretches for the morning and night. Today I wanted to create this video to show you some awesome flexibility techniques and stretches that you can perform in the morning to start your day or at night to end your day. Incorporating a consistent flexibility routine can dramatically change the quality of your lifestyle. When you use it in the morning, it could be a great way to set the tone for your day. It could be a great way to loosen up stiff muscles. It could be a great way to elevate your mood, and it could be a great way to improve your focus. If you use it at night, it can dramatically reduce physical, mental, and emotional stress that's been built up all day, and it also helps with circulation and relaxation to help improve your sleep quality. So today I wanted to show you some really awesome stretching techniques and flexibility stretches that you can incorporate anytime in the morning and at night. First, you're gonna need three things. Number one, you're just gonna need space. Number two, you're just gonna need a simple mat that looks like this. And then number three, you're going to need a foam roller, or what is also called as a muscle roller. And rollers can come in different shapes, sizes, densities. So here I have three just as an example. The very first one is actually using dense foam. So this is all foam and about 6 inches in diameter. It's a very common roller that anyone can find. And you could use this kind of as a beginner level. Then as your muscles begin to get used to it and you need to get deeper presses into the muscle, then you can start to upgrade the stiffness of the roller. So now this one is a little bit smaller, still 6 inches in diameter, but it's a little bit more dense. And as you can tell that there's little bumps and ridges on this roller, so you can kind of get a different feel when you're pressing it up against your muscles. And then last but not least is when you get really good, you can pretty much roll on a hard PVC pipe. So this one is 4 inches in diameter, and this is about, I would probably say 18 inches in length, but made out of complete hard plastic. Now, there's definitely levels to this, so you always want to make sure that you're using a roller that is appropriate for your flexibility currently. Alright, so let's start off first with the morning. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to show you something that you can do in the morning and at night. So in the morning and at nighttime, using a roller to roll and massage your muscles is actually appropriate for both times. So I'm going to show you a few rolling techniques that I feel like everyone can benefit from if you begin to do it in the morning and you begin to do it at night. All right, so first things first is I want you to grab a roller and I want you to make sure that you have your space and your mat. And I'm going to use the PVC pipe. But I feel like when you wake up in the morning and at nighttime, there's a lot of tightness that builds up in the neck area. So a great one that you can use the roller to massage those neck muscles is to lay down into your back, place the roller directly underneath your neck and squish your neck up against. Pull your elbows and your hands down to the ground like this, and just gently look all the way to the right and all the way to the left. What you're going to feel is a massage-like pressure that basically is just moving all of the blood that pools in this area and pushes it out of the arteries. So that's why rolling will dramatically increase blood circulation, because blood just stays in wherever it is with a lack of circulation. So this is a great way to just move blood along. Okay, so that's one for the neck. The next one that I would feel like is very beneficial is stretching out your entire body. Here's how to use a roller to do that. Place the roller directly underneath your shoulder blades like this. Okay, then from here, you're gonna get your legs completely relaxed on the floor. Notice that my feet are turned out, my knees are bent, my whole legs are on the ground. Then from here, see if you could rest your head completely on the floor. Not everybody can do this at first, so it's important to just always respect your flexibility. Then from here, stretch your arms and stretch your legs. Get your body as long as you possibly can, but what this does is that it creates space between all of your vertebrae, your connective tissue and your muscles, and throughout your entire spine. This one's a great one because your body never really gets a chance to get long and stretchy like this. So imagine starting the day or ending the night by a nice long stretch. It's going to dramatically increase your flexibility, your mood, and your relaxation. And if you want to turn it up a notch, sweeping your arms out to the side will open up all the big muscles in the chest and shoulder area. So for individuals that have been sitting for long periods of time, whether in front of a computer or a cell phone, this one is a magical feeling because you really start to feel all the tightness that has been built up, but now you're proactively loosening all of the joints up and muscles. Very good. And then the next one is that you would transition by rolling into your spine and your upper back. So the next one is have your feet set flat on the floor, place your hands behind your head, look up at the ceiling, lift your butt up, and massage your shoulder blades and back. This is definitely painful at first, but when you get used to it, it feels amazing. Again, this should always feel like a self-administered massage. What you're doing is you're just running over all the muscle knots and tightness and adhesions that build up in your life and in your day, but now you're giving a chance to actually proactively break them all down. It's very important that you always stay relaxed as you do this. Breathe. As you do this, you don't want to hold your breath. Holding your breath would be counterproductive. We only want to roll relaxed muscle, not tense muscles. And then last, another very good tip is that if it's very painful, always go slow. Only move the roller faster as you get used to it, but if it's at a painful point right now, it's better to just do this slowly, and then as you progress and get better, you can do it faster. All right, so that's a great routine, using your roller first thing in the morning or at night. So this one is kind of like a double whammy, all right? But I wanted to show you that one because that benefits both times. All right, so now let's get into the stretches. So when we do these stretches, basically you're gonna need your space and your mat again, but let's focus first on the stretches that you should do first thing in the morning. The first stretch that I would highly recommend is this stretch. This stretch, I want everyone to sit down on your butt, and you're gonna get your legs as far out wide as you possibly can. Okay, flex your toes up, and then place your hands behind your butt like this. Then from here, I want you to stick your chest out, lift your chin up to the sky, and get your spine as straight as you possibly can. From here, you should feel a big stretch in the inner thighs and groin area. Take some deep breaths. Breathe in your nose, breathe out your mouth, and just keep breathing and relaxing like this until you really feel those muscles loosen up. If you want to add a little bit more, you can take your chin and draw a very big circle with your chin. This will loosen up all the muscles in the neck area. Imagine starting your day off with a nice loose neck. So then when you're sitting in front of the computer for long periods of time, your neck will just carry less stiffness. And then from here, you can upgrade it even more by placing your hands in front and sliding your hands up this way. This will deepen the stretch in the inner thigh and groin area, but now we're also stretching out the muscles of your lower back. At your furthest point, just hold onto the mat, drop your chin down, and hold it there. Again, go back to the breathing. Breathe in deep. Breathe in slow, and then breathe out slow. So this one is a really good one. So that's the first one. This one especially is extremely helpful for people that that lay down on their side when they sleep. So these are people that sleep like this. It's the tightening in the inner thighs that creates tension, so that's why we start the day up by opening it up, all right? And the next one is going to be for individuals that sleep on their stomach. So people that sleep on their stomach, basically gravity is going straight down on your lower back, so your lower back gets really tight. So one way that you can loosen up the muscles of the lower back is doing this. Have a seat, bring your feet in really close, and pull your feet in close to your body as best you can. Very similar to the other one that we did, but this one allows you to get deeper and really fully focus on that lower back. Put two hands on the ground and reach your hands up this way. and drop your chin down and get low as you possibly can. You can really feel the two sides of your lower back, the left and the right side, getting really stretched out. And then at this point, the lower you are, the more stretch you're going to feel in the lower back area. All right, so that would be number 2. And this one's a really good one, again, for individuals that sleep on their stomach. All right, and then the last sleeping position are for individuals that lay down on their back. Individuals that lay down on their back, this is actually the best sleeping position because it puts the least amount of pressure on your body when your body is laying down on your back. But what happens is that when your body stays in that straight position for long periods of time, usually you'll find stiffness in the neck because the neck or the head is the only thing that will turn. But even if your head stays straight on the whole time, even though it kind of feels like you're a Dracula or a vampire, neck stiffness will probably build up. So at this point, this one doesn't actually involve like your legs, but what I want you to do, you can do this seated, you can do this standing, but I'll show you. You're gonna take your right wrist behind your back and you're gonna pull this down to the floor. You're gonna roll your right shoulder back and then you're gonna tilt your left ear to your left shoulder. At this point, you feel a crazy stretch in your neck and your upper trap, and then from here, you lift your chin up to the ceiling and pull your chin down to the floor, and keep doing that. Lift your chin up to the ceiling, pull your chin down to the floor. Lift up, pull down. What you're stretching out is all of the muscles in the neck and the trap area, so this removes a lot of the stiffness that builds up in those muscle groups. And then when you do the other side, you'll switch. You take your left hand, you hold it behind, you pull it down to the floor, roll your left shoulder back, tilt right ear to right shoulder, lift your chin up, pull your chin down. Lift your chin up, pull your chin down. Again, breathe as you do this. That'll help loosen the muscles up. All right, so those are some really awesome stretches that you can do first thing in the morning. At this point, you can already feel such a big difference in the quality of your day. You'll be able to have an increased mood, better circulation, and improved focus. All right, so now let's focus on the nighttime routine. So the nighttime is basically to de-stress your body from physical, mental, and emotional stress, and to help improve relaxation and circulation. So, 2 things come into mind in order to help understand which stretches are best for you. Is what do you do in your lifestyle every single day? You're either A, on your feet for long periods of time, going here, going there, doing this, doing that, or you're sitting down for long periods of time, just staying put, whether it's in front of the computer, cell phone, TV, whatever it may be. So let's start off first for people that are on their feet all day long. For people that are on their feet all day long, the tightest muscles that you'll find on your body is going to be your butt, your quads, and your calves. So let's start off first with a great stretch called the pigeon pose. Pigeon pose is a great stretch for your booty. What you're gonna do is you're gonna get into a high plank position and you swoop your lower leg to go under and across your mat. You can see how one foot is on one side, the other foot is on the other side. Then you're gonna take your straight leg and you're gonna scooch back just a couple more inches so you can get the deepest stretch as possible. Then from here, you're gonna bring your elbows to the ground. You arch your back more than you think, and you stay here. You're gonna feel this great stretch in the butt cheek. Once you have that stretch, all you gotta do is clear your mind and start breathing slow and deep. Okay, hold this stretch for about 30 seconds. For all these stretches, hold it for about 30 seconds. And then let's repeat and do the other side. So now here we got the left leg going under and across. We scooch back with the right a little bit, get a deeper stretch. Drop down to your elbows, arch your back more than you think. There's the stretch, I feel it. And then from here I clear the mind, and then I breathe slow and deep. All right, so that's number 1. Okay, so the next one, number 2, is going to be stretching out your quads. All right, so this one's a really good one that stretches out your quads. It's an advanced one, but I think everyone can eventually work their way up in doing it. But here what you want is you want to have your knees and your feet on the ground. Make sure your toes are bent like this. Then you're gonna place your hands right on top of your heels like this. And then while pushing down into your heels, I want to see if you can get your belly button up in the air, push your hips out, look at the ceiling, and then hold this stretch over here. This is intense, but this stretches out all the muscles in the front of your upper legs, your quads. And you can even feel a stretch to your abs, your hip flexors, and your biceps. So we're stretching actually 4 muscles in one time. Hold this here for 30 seconds and breathe slow and deep as always. Very good. And then last but not least is the calves. So the calves, a great exercise that you can do is go into a downward facing dog like this. Place your hands on the mat, set your feet mat width apart, then you're gonna turn your body into the pointiest triangle that you possibly can. What you wanna do is you wanna relax your heels. You see this? How my heels are relaxed. Your knees, keep them a little bent. Arch your lower back and push the floor away and push it hard. You can see how the tailbone ends up being the top of the triangle, and you wanna relax your heels. Now to stretch your calves. Stretch your calves by bending one knee and fully straightening out the other leg. You are going to feel a crazy calf stretch that shoots up the back of your leg. Now, if you want to deepen this stretch, shift your butt toward the straight-legged side. Wow, you're going to feel that stretch shoot up even more. And what this actually does is stretch out your sciatic nerve. Individuals that have sciatica, this will free up a lot of the tension that plays up against that nerve. So this is actually helpful for you too. Then you're gonna switch and do the other side. You bend the other knee, fully straighten out the other leg, feel the stretch, shift your butt toward that straight-legged side, boom. There's the stretch. Feel it, hold it, breathe on it. All right, those are the best 3 stretches that an individual can do if you've been on your feet all day long. And then here we go, the last bit. Individuals that sit down for long periods of time. When you sit down for long periods of time, individuals will always feel tightness here in the hip flexors, tightness in the hamstrings, and tightness in your stomach because you're always hunched in all the time. All right, so let's start off first with the hip flexors. So the hip flexors, what you're gonna do is you're gonna get one knee on the ground, and you're gonna have one foot out in front. You're going to place your hands right behind your butt, and what you wanna do is you wanna push your hips forward, but lean back with your upper body at the same time. Lift your chin up to the ceiling, and once you feel that stretch right here, you got it. All you have to do is close your eyes and breathe. 30 seconds or more will do the trick. As you get looser, you can see you get deeper and deeper and deeper. And then switch and do the other side. The knee goes down, here's your other foot out in front, hands behind your butt, push your hips forward, lean back, chin up, feel the stretch of the hip flexor. There it is, breathe on it, hold it, stay. This one is a magical one. This also is great for people that have chronic lower back pain. Most of the time, the issue is coming from tightness in the hip flexors, or we can say you sit down too much. All right, next, let's stretch out those hamstrings. Very similar to the one that we did in the beginning with the opening up, but a little different variation. What you could do instead is you can do legs straight out in front, toesies up, and you got your knees a little bent. Arch your back, hands out in front, and see if you can reach for the bottom of your feet. Once you have the bottom of your feet, take your thumb and push down on the ball of your big toe. This will help keep your feet straight so there won't be any compensations. Then from here, arch your lower back and feel the stretch behind the legs right here. All right, you hold this here first for 30 seconds. Just see if you can get that down. If you can't reach your feet right now, just hold on to your ankles or hold on as far down down the leg as you can and just hold it there. All right, then from here, I want you, after you do that, then you're gonna deepen it by rounding your lower back and getting your body as close as you can to your legs. And you can even pull against the bottom of your feet so you can get an even deeper stretch into your hamstrings. If you want more stretch to your hamstrings, Straighten out your legs, but you don't need to lock out your knees. Locking out your knees is unnecessary. You can get it to about 95% straight, but never get it to a locked out 100%. All right, remember, always stretch until tension, not pain. All right, so that's a hamstring stretch. And then last but definitely not least ends up being for the lower back and the abs. So I got two more. So the abs here is going to be a cobra. So here you're gonna have your hands on the ground, knees on the ground, and then from here, press your hips down and get your chin up as high as you possibly can. This stretches out all the muscles in your stomach. And then once you're here for about 30 seconds, then you can do this. Keep your chin up and twist as far left as you can. It almost looks like you're trying to look behind you. That's how much twisting action should be happening. And then let's do the other side. We twist all the way to the right. Notice I keep my chin up. I'm able to glance at my feet behind me. That's how you know you really got that nice twist. Alrighty. And then last but not least, to be honest, you can probably do this one in the morning and at night. This one's a magical one, but look at this. This is a great one to stretch out your outer booty, your lower back, and your chest. So this is a 3-in-1 special. So you're gonna lay down into your back. You're gonna have your right arm out to the side, but just make sure that your hand and your elbow is higher than your shoulder. Then you're gonna raise your right leg up. Your left hand is gonna hold on the outside of this left knee. And you're gonna take this knee all the way across the body. Just make sure that your knee stays higher than your hip area. Don't let that knee drop. Once you take it across, now you're going to feel that big stretch of the outer booty and the lower back. Feels amazing. Now your upper body has to twist in the opposite way in order to maximize the stretch. So once you feel that stretch in the chest, that's how you know that you really got it down. The chest, the lower back, and the outer booty. From here you stay and you breathe. Then you do the other side. Left arm goes out, left leg goes up. Then we take this all the way across the body. Once you're there, upper body twists away. Feel the stretch, outer booty, lower back, and chest. Once you got it, breathe. And those are the best rolling routines and stretches that anyone can perform first thing in the morning and at nighttime. This video I just made for you is probably the highest potential changing video in your life right now because it can dramatically increase focus, remove stiffness in the body, improve your posture, increase circulation. If you read my written blog, there are 10 amazing positive benefits from doing this in the morning and at nighttime. And every single person here at Imperia has been inspired to be able to incorporate this. And as you can tell, the Imperians are living their best lives, all right? So if you just watched this video and it was helpful to you, give me a thumbs up, like the video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want more helpful videos like this. Leave a comment too. Let me know what you think. If you thought it was awesome and if you have an idea of what other video you want me to make, I can do that for you as well. And also too, there's another video that I had made that would actually pair well with this video, and if you watch both videos, then you're gonna optimize this routine to its maximum potential, and that is 3 magic tips for pain relief by stretching. If you watch that video and this video, your life quality just went from here to here. All right, guys, I'm Carl, and I'm at Imperia Group Training, my gym in Cedar Grove. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.